During lockdown, I thought it would be a really good time that you could focus on some mobility or some stretching in some of those problem areas. So one of the first ones that's most important is our shoulders. We're putting our bar over our head. Last time we were on our computers way too much, and sitting on the couch, so we really want to make sure that we're opening up, so when we come back after our 6 weeks, we're going to be able to do this. Yeah. A good test to see how good your shoulder mobility is and how it improves is to do a wall test. So I'll get Stu to stand up against the wall. We're going to put our arms up against the wall, and we're going to try and keep our arms flat against the wall as we push up all the way until we can get to the point where it actually, if Stu can go as far as you can before your shoulders actually lift away. Okay? Yeah? Or arch your back. You've got to stay flat against the wall. Yeah?
Yep.
And then release. Yeah. So we can do all the exercises and then retest afterwards, but it's a really good thing to test occasionally anyway, to just see how you are improving over time. One of the first things that I'll get Stu, who's going to be my assistant, to do is to actually open up his thoracic spine. So we're going to put a roller behind, and we're going to start about 3/4 of the way through the body, and we're going to get Stu to put his hands behind his neck. Yep. And we're going to just stretch over. So we're going to bring that over and then do a crunch, and then crunch up, and then stretch back over. And just hold it in that one vertebrae position until you feel like a nice release. And then you're going to get Stu to move an inch back to hit the next vertebrae. We're going to do that all the way up. You can do a couple of crunches on each one, or where you might feel a little bit more tight, a bit more stiff, and really open up and stretch until we get to the shoulders. Okay? You don't want to go any further past there because it's not going to be good for your neck. The next we're going to do is we're actually going to release our pecs, our minor pec, and we're going to use a ball. Okay? You can grab a tennis ball or anything at home. It can be a hard one or soft one, up to you. So you can do it by rolling it in there, like that. Yep. If you need a little bit more pressure, you can lie down on the ground, find that spot and just move around and roll around and find that in there. You'll find a nice spot. You can lay on it, you can move around. A big good thing to do is to take a deep breath and then just release it and let your body sink over the ball, and then you'll feel that pressure go right in there. If that's a little bit uncomfortable, you can also do it in a doorway or around a pole. Get Stu to stand up. Just put it in there. You can move your arm up and down as well and feel everything release. Yeah. A good time to do this sometimes is just when you're watching TV at night, when you're chilling, and just rub that ball in there as well. We've done this one in class before, and this is a really good one to do at any time, is actually to stretch out your lats. So I'm going to get Stu to put his hands forward, yep. All right? And what we're going to do is just drop your body down, just let it sink. Once again, taking a deep breath and letting it sink down again, you're going to get that further stretch. Yep. And you can hold it for a good 45 seconds, or you can break it up into 20 seconds worth at a time, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And the next thing we want to look at is actually getting strength in our lats, which is and our shoulders, which is a really good thing for our posture and also for holding that bar over our head. So we did this with Shannon. This is the Andrew Lock 3. You don't have to use weights, but if you do, you would just want to use really little light ones. So I'll get Stu to hang on to them. Yep. The most important thing here is we're making sure that our hips stay prone and through the floor, that we're not arching our back too much either. Yep. And we're just concentrating on a little lift, and we're keeping tension. So try and imagine that the ground is like eggshells. You don't want it to slam back down. So you can start at about 10, maybe 15, maybe working up to 25 as you get a bit stronger. Okay. After that, we're going to move our hands to our sides, right near our hips, and do the same thing. Once again, not opening up those hips. And then we're going to turn our hands to the roof, over, and then do it that way as well. Doing that every day before you lift is really going to make a difference.